Welcome in, and goodbye frames. But no, I'm kidding. Welcome into yet another race here at BOILeR Racing League. This is actually the last official, we'll call it, race of week number 10. We got one more coming up tonight, as long as the frames hold out on me. You bastard frames. Now, on that note, like I said, we got our last official week 10 race. Again, we got a rescheduling of week 7 coming up a little bit later. We'll get to that when we get there. On that note, though, on the left-hand side, you're undefeated, Mr. Slackaholicus. Oh, coming in for a quick little view here. Shoutouts to the red shirt guy. Oh my god, somebody leak up the GIF, please. Please, somebody leak that up. Perfect, I love it. You guys are just great. Seriously, I love you guys. On that note, you'll wonder what I was talking about here. You'll notice that I said RSG hype on the split. That would be Slackaholicus. If you guys have seen the, well, if you guys were watching Summer Games Done Quick, you may have noticed somebody in the back row who moved up to the second row after a little while during the Mario stuff. That might have been the guy on the left there, Mr. Red Shirt Guy, as we like to call him. And hold the horse, hold it up, hold it up. On the right, as you can see, we got Mr. Pokedude97, your Green Bay representative. So again, oh man, for those that are new to this, welcome in. We got a best 2 out of 3 race with Isaac just about to start. Again, I apologize for the frame drops. It's just the connection to the server. Nothing else we can do, guys. So apologies when it does happen. Letting you know right now it will. On that note, though, like I said, racing best 2 out of 3 through the womb 2. Whoever kills off Mom's Heart first is going to get a point at the bottom of the screen added onto those zeros. And again, there are 7 banned items. Let me list these out for you really quick. Nobody is allowed to pick up Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel, or Toothpicks. Toothpicks, technically, you can take. But again, you can just re-roll them whenever you want to, or take them if you choose. Everything else we'll get to when we see them. But again, they know the rules. They are on a call together. Let me get to the split link into both of their channels one more time. And again, whenever you guys are ready, feel free to take off. Best of luck to you both tonight. And again, there you go. There's a link into both Slackaholicus and Pokedude's channels. Please go in there and give them a what's up, wish on your favorite racer, and give them both a good luck for that matter. I'm playing. If only the second was more common. You gotta see everybody tonight. Wow, speaking of Ipecac, we're off and running, and Pokedude immediately sees Ipecac here. So here comes the reroll. Not bad. Sacrificial Dagger. That's actually a pretty good starting item. That'll circle around him, doing damage to anything that touches it. Touch the knife. Alright. Slack resetting. He didn't get anything good off of his first starting room, but again, did find his boss room here. He'll go back for that item before he worries about this boss fight. There's those no IPs for no Ipecacs. Again, Ipecac would have given you fireball poison bombs. So he got to reroll that, turned into a really good item for him. Ruh-roh. Ah, Poke had to close something out there. That's what it was. I was going to say they're both pausing for some reason, so that can't be a good sign, but Poke had to close a process there. So you'll see Slack unpause momentarily. Ah, assuming my cast doesn't drop. Holy god, the frames. There we go. No, kind of, maybe, sort of. We're thinking about the frames. We're back. All right. Jeez. Why the frames? Why? It was so close to disappearing. It was so close. I set in priority. There you go. That would explain her. Alright, Poke on into his first boss fight, which will be Steven, so he's going to get one of 2 items out of this. Either a damage up tumor or a follower with homing tears. And you see Slack finding both in first boss fight and item room. Ugh, holy water. These starting items are not looking good for Slack to this point. Pick up your pants frames, you're dropping them all over the ground. Come on now. Again, that'll happen from time to time tonight. Really just nothing we can do about it. There's just issues all around with my connection to Twitch at the moment, so nothing can be done. It's good for the first 4 hours. Everything after that goes to hell. Wow, the D20, another item that not necessarily the greatest here in races. Nice move by Pokedude to get his Sacrificial Dagger to do a ton of damage on Steven there. And twice. Very nicely done. That's the problem. If you get caught up on the rocks, that's your issue with little Steven, right? Or the little part of Steven, I should say. Speaking of little Steve, though, lo and behold, the follower with homing tears will follow Pokedude around. He'll be on down to his second floor. So full-on floor advantage at this point for Poke. The frames, why you not love me? Oh, you're gonna lag no matter what. When I start dropping frames, it's gonna show that lag, guys. Doesn't matter if you switch over, it's just there's little spurts of it, so no matter what quality you're on, you're gonna get that lag. Just like right now, because I'm dropping frames again. So that'll probably hit right about there. And they're back. All right. Wow. Like I was saying, doesn't matter what quality you're on, you'll see those. Wow, these items for Slack. The Black Bean would have, if he got hit, done a poison fart in the area around him, and still nothing good to start with. Yeah, you just jinxed it. No, I was just explaining it. Just explaining it for folks. It's basically my connection to Twitch, so it's gonna lag everywhere, sadly. Alright, Miter, finally Slack gets to go running with something here. That gives him a 50% chance that his red hearts will become blue soul hearts upon spawn. Alright, so Poke with that remote detonator got himself 5 free bombs, and again put it right back down. Doesn't really want to hold on to it, but 5 free bombs out of it if you just pick it up. So Slack finally onto his first boss fight, melting through the Duke of Flies. We got Poke with Gertie Jr. for a Basement 2 boss. Ouch. That's not who you want to see this early on. Well-placed bomb, though, on Poke's side. Don't drop. Don't you do it. All right, good. It lives. It lives, pun intended. Well, kinda. It's thinking. Come on, Frames. You can do it. You can do it, Frames. No, Frames. Frames. While you do this, I can still watch both of the casts perfectly fine. It's my upload, apparently, is just, like, gone to crap on Twitch. Weird. Anyways, Poke getting through his Gertie Jr. fight. Bunch of pills. He's got 2 similar ones. Although I don't think he's going to have a problem taking any of these. We got a bombs or keys, switches around the 2 bombs and 2 keys. Nice. Full health pill. Random telepills back into the item room, so we'll walk back over to the boss fight. Again, guys, if you're really going to bitch about the quality of anybody's broadcast, especially when I'm dropping frames like crazy, shut the fuck up and buy him a new computer and better internet. How about that? How about take your attitude, basically, and just, you know, provide instead of being a little bitch? Because when you complain in a chat room, like, literally just leave. It's that simple. Nope, gotta be the big man on the internet and flap my dick. The fuck out of my channel. By the way, that's not even me banning you. Holy shit, kids. Let's just do this the easy way. There you go. Shut the fuck up. Alright, so Poke with technology too. It's because you children can't shut the fuck up. Yeah, that was the other racers banning you, just so you know. Ah, that free entertainment. Gotta bitch and moan about it. Oh, makes me feel so good on the internet. Kids today, I'm telling you. Ooh, there we go. Quad shot. Finally something good showing up on Slack's side. So that writes itself. 4 shots gonna come out of him. And again, just gonna rip on through this boss at this point. Monstro has no chance against these 4 shots. Pestilence just about a little over halfway through now for Pokedude on the right side. He'll wind up with a cube of meat to add to his sacrificial dagger floating around him. Alright, also a Devil Deal on Poke's side. Still holding on to that full health pill as well. Speaking of Devil Deals, Slack teleporting into one. Wow, interesting choices here. So we got the nail for Poke, and we got Bloodlust, excuse me, for Slack. So every enemy that Slack kills is going to wind up giving him a little bit of damage increase per room, up to a maximum of about 3. So 6 enemy kills gets him about 3 damage up, give or take. Poke picked up, excuse me again, sorry about that, the nail, like I was saying, which gives him a little bit of damage increase. You saw him use it before he went down to the next floor. Most importantly there, it gave him 1 more soul heart. That's why he used it right away. Gives you damage increase for the room, and you can walk over any rocks in there as well. No frames, why? Come back to me. Nail's got a 6-room cooldown. So it's not exactly quick on the recharge by any means. It takes a long time to get that extra health up out of it. It's I use it, well, I tend to use it more just for that damage up during boss fights. But if you're on low health like Poke is, it's actually a good thing just because, like I said, every 6 rooms you're going to wind up with an extra soul heart. Oh my god, another banned item on Poke's side. Let's see those no epics, because Epic Fetus, of all things, just showed up for him. Wow, this run on Poke's side would have been nice if he could have taken some of these things. But nonetheless, Epic Fetus would have turned all your all your tiers into basically targetable drop nuclear bombs. They're kind of insane. So we had to kind of ban them during the races. You could have gotten through any door you wanted to instantaneously. They're exceptionally overpowered too. And again, Slack finishing off Peep, gonna get a little bit of range up with Mom's Heals, a little bit of a health up with that Soul Heart. So again, both doing pretty low health runs at the moment. Both on Caves too, though. Slack moving down to the exact same floor Poke's on. Technically speaking, we're tied because neither's found a secret room, or a special room yet. And Itaku's happy. Ooh, Demon Judgy, please. Oh, Demon Judgy gave him nothing. Oh god, greed in the store on Caves too for Poke. Wow. So that's a painful mini-boss fight to have to deal with. No, why my frames? Alright, speaking of boss fights, Slack also finding his. He's going to move right on in to fight Pestilence again here, and we'll see if he even goes for his item room with no keys. Because that's actually going to be a decision at this point. He may just skip on without it. Ooh, Cursed Skull on Poke's side. If he gets down to half a red heart remaining, that'll teleport him out of the room he's in when he takes that damage. Wow, those devil deals. Slack actually going to pass on Sister Maggie. I thought that might have been a consideration for him, especially without the item room, but he'll be on down to the depths, so advantage Slackaholicus now. Yeah, we love you, Frames, we swear. We'll hug and kiss you whenever you want. We'll make you sundaes with cherries on top. We love you. We love you. Please come back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me? Okay, I'll stop now. You get the idea. Ooh, bomb bag on Pokedude's side. Every couple of rooms he clears out, that'll wind up spawning a bomb or two for him. Alright, so Poke gonna do some backtracking looking for that boss fight. We got Slack just getting to his item room here. Yeah, you'll never hear me bust that one out, Lament. Trust me. Not gonna happen. Alright, so again, Slack timing out these quad shots very well. That attack fly doing a lot of work for him as well. And perfectly placed on that one. Again, you have to be kind of careful in these rooms that Slack's in, that attack fly doesn't break those at the worst time for you. Excuse me. Yeah, wait, you need excuses to listen to metal? What? What world do you live in? And there's Poke's boss fight finally here on Cave 2. We had to clear out the entirety of the floor to get it. Oh, he hit it with his tears. I was gonna say there's a waste of a bomb, actually, but he gets one right back with that bomb bag. And Poke getting the health return that he needed. So again, Slack gonna have to backtrack looking for his boss fight. What's up, Zwicky? How you doing? And I'm a frames, no. Commit. Wow, why did that jump up to 3,200? In no way, shape, or form should I be hitting 3,200 with my my upload. Nor should I be dropping down to 0. No, don't do it. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried there for a second. And I think we're out of the clearing. Okay, good. Anyways, Poke about 50% of the way through his champion Gertie fight over here on the right side. There's another key for Slack, so he's a little bit prepared for the next floor, at least, finally. Excuse me again, sorry. Absolutely, people listen to metal. I freaking love metal. It's about the only thing that'll actually wake me up in the morning, too. Like, I basically have to blast Slayer to get my ass out of bed. Otherwise, you just put an alarm on, I'll just throw it across the room. I could care less. I'll just launch that thing into a wall. You put Slayer on, I'll at least wake up and start, like, nodding my head. Next thing you know, I'm wide awake and just like, alright, cool. Time to start the day. Alright, let's get a yes crown as Pokedude picks up Pageant Boy, so he'll pick up a couple of cents here and be on down to his depths, finally. That was a long Caves 2 floor. Yeah, play-by-play on the match and the frame dropping. Anyways, we got Fallen again for Slackaholicus. Just dodge that four-way brimstone up until the part where it splits at the halfway damage mark. Ooh. Can't believe he actually got hit by that. That was close. Either way, though, it'll split into two pieces, do the exact same thing, and start chasing you around the room in the same fashion that the other one did. So just try to worry about taking one of these out. It'll clear up a lot of the room and a lot of running space for you. Because like you can see, you can easily get yourself trapped in one, basically like 20% of the room. And guaranteed Devil Deal item, in this case, Guppy's Tail, with only 2 keys, and no other Guppy items at this point. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Nope, Slack gonna pass on without it, so he'll be on down to the next floor. You saw Poke just use his nail, got another heart, so he's up to, let's see, I can't do math, 4.5 soul, or regular, or total hearts. Wow, wrong word. Alright, there you can see Slack's tears turn to red the more and more enemies he kills. Again, that's Bloodlust enacting on his. Let's see, Poke coming across his store, so not exactly what he was looking for, but I guarantee he'll go in there. He's got more than enough money for it. And I forgot to mention Eve's Dead Bird on Slack's side, obviously. As you can see, as he got hit, that has a chance, well, in his case, every time that he gets hit, that'll pop out and do damage to anything that it winds up going into. Nice, Poke finally getting a good item out of his store. The compass will show him exactly, as you'll see here, where everything is on his mini-map. And speaking of item rooms, Slack also coming across his. Alright, deck of cards, random card, wow. Random card spawns every time that Slack uses that, immediately gets an Emperor card, which would teleport you directly to your boss fight. So talk about your time saver, Slack is just all about finding items like this. I swear to God, him and his teleporting. Him and his ability to find cards and such that will teleport you exactly where you want to be. Speaking of that, knowing exactly where he was going, Pokedude on over to his item room here, and again, he'll make his way to his boss fight momentarily afterwards, though I think that's going to loop around slightly on him. That may be a minute. Ooh. Damage up and speed increase with growth hormones? Yes, please. That'll be well worth taking the time to do this challenge room here for Slackaholicus. Ooh, item room on Poke's side, chocolate milk. That would make you either have to charge your shots or spam them yourself, like literally sitting there and doing that with your arrow key to shoot it every time you wanted to. And I'm not sure if Poke plays with a controller or keyboard. It's a little bit easier with the controller. We'll wait until my frames come back to finish explaining that. It's a little bit easier with the controller than it is doing it with your keyboard, so it's not too bad should that be the case. But again, I don't know which way he plays, honestly. Alright, there you see the nail's able to take out any rock that you walk over in the room. I know, so much chocolate milk this week in the league. So much of it. And we've had side-by-side runs using it, so like we've had some craziness where both racers picked it up. He does use a PS3 controller. Okay. So it's not too bad, but again, it's still a little bit of a pain in the butt, so I don't blame anybody for leaving that item behind, ever. I'm not questioning it. I'm not saying, oh, well, he uses a controller, you should just pick it up. Not the case. That is still not an easy item, believe me. Alright, so Slack going back for that full heal. See on over to the right side. Oh, wow, dead end with a curse room. Ouch. So there's that boss fight for Poke. Like I said, that had to wrap back around just slightly on him. Might as well grab that money for free. And gonna get Gish for Depths 1, so that means Little Gish will be the reward. That'll shoot out Slow Down Tar Tears. Alright, that 2 Hearts card, not so useful for Slack. You would have had to backtrack for it anyways. That would double up the amount of red hearts you have filling your containers. Up to a certain limit, and I can't remember exactly what that limit was. I think it's like 4. Either way, working very slowly along here on Gish. Poke's just about to the 50% mark. There you go. He got the Sacrificial Dagger to do some damage for him. And again there, even though he got hit. Slack onto his boss fight, so getting Red Mom, the easiest of them in my personal opinion. And you'll notice we'll do the, well, most of the racers this year are doing the new stand right by the door trick. Not really the safest on this fight. When those doors open, you can get cheap shotted without a chance to move. So Slack can walk to the center of the room. All you gotta do is dodge side to side and watch out for the door triple shot. Yep, that's that low damage. I'm with Gambit on this one. That's kind of why I'm not that fond of Tech 2. I'll take it, but it's gotta be early when I take it. Yeah, it's hard to complain with multiple shots. It really is. Especially when you got the attack fly and, technically speaking, an attack bird as well, even though it sucks. Ooh, 2 Soul Hearts spawning for Slack. Mom's Underwear, a little bit of range increase. Polaroid if he, wow. If he were to get down to half a red heart would spawn a 5-second damage shield. Poke getting screwed here. There we go, my frames came back. The very next day, frames came back. We thought they were a goner. Sorry. What? Who was that? Like I was saying though, Poke getting screwed in his devil deal right there. Brimstone doesn't have enough hearts to do anything about it. He does now because he took half an Eternal Heart down to this floor with him. But again, wouldn't have had enough to survive that had he actually tried. Well, he wouldn't have been able to take it, period. But wouldn't have been able to take that devil deal, so has to leave Brimstone behind. That is painful. Sorry, Deep. That's gonna be stuck in your head all night now, ain't it? Haha. Enjoy the hell I'm gonna put you through with that one. Alright, Strength Card, make it used in the next room here, or room after that by Slack. He's probably just gonna put it back down, take that Emperor card with him. Would have given him +1 to all stats, but my guess would be he doesn't want to backtrack. Oh, he will. Oh, I see what he's probably, no. Thought he'd go in and use up the free heart to get into his curse room. Let's try to the right. Yeah, Poke doesn't get to use his new nickname. Aww. And like I said, working his way on over towards the item room and boss fight. Looks like the split will go to the bottom there for the item room, top up for the boss fight, so we'll see which way he goes. Alright, so Slack has found his boss fight. Here goes the wow, blast assist for that matter. There's the strength card. He'll be back for that Emperor card. And remember, that'll teleport him directly on into his mom's heart fight momentarily after this is over with. Look at that damage after Bloodlust hits. My god, those tears. Wow. Alright, a little bit of speed up and a devil deal. Man, he's moving fast. Ooh, how about the mark? We're gonna go blue baby style on Slack's side. Oh my, Polaroid will constantly enact anytime he gets hit from here on out. Like I said, he's gonna be back. He's gonna grab the Emperor card, so he'll teleport directly into his mom's foot fight. Again, Poke down to his item room here. As soon as he clears this out, we'll see what he gets. But it may be too little too late, though. Slack very low on health here. There's that Emperor card. Again, he'll move right back down to the next floor, right into that mom's heart fight. Poke gonna grab. Peeper. Guess, might as well. I was gonna say, does that take care of your other eye? But nope, that's the other one that pops out apparently, so you still do get Fire Tears with Tech 2. Now we know. I don't think I've ever had that combo. Either way, Emperor card, like I said, right on into Mom's heart. And with 6 bombs, wow, that would have been a long way to go. Look at that mini-map on Slacks. Ouch, that would have been a long way to travel. What's up, GQ? How you doing, man? Yeah, Blastus is a boss. Like, that's pretty rare, especially for Womb 1. Like, it's really rare that that shows up down there. I never get that lucky. That's a real easy boss. Very nicely done here by Slack. Using his attack fly very much to his advantage. Already down to about 40% health left on Mom's heart and flying right on along. Poke up to his boss fight here for Mom's foot. But again, will it be too little too late? Slack doing very nicely, up to 3.5 hearts, still rocking a lot of health and lots of damage. So he should be plenty fine here with 1 or 2 more hits. And there you have it, ladies and gents, a 1-0 lead for your Philadelphia Eagles, Mr. Slackaholicus. Nicely done, sir. It took a while to get some sort of good item. Oh no, don't do this to me now, Frames. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it, isn't it? Oh good, it lived. It's alive! Whoa, 4400 kV, what the hell are you doing, OBS? No, chill out, bro. We don't need that many frames. Jeez. Anyways, like I was saying, Slack's got himself a 1-0 lead, so very nicely done, sir. We got Poke just trying to finish this off, I think just for show at this point. But again, we'll get both of the racers reset. Hopefully my frames will stop dropping if I flip over to a still screen. That'd be... Nope, they're just going to keep dropping. All right, cool. Anyways, nothing I can do about that, so we'll be back in a couple minutes after we get both of the racers reset a few times. And like I said, hang tight. Sorry about the frame drops, but yeah, I don't know what's up, so who knows? We'll figure it out. I'll be right back in a few minutes, and we'll get round number 2 underway. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear of the ads, so let me flip this back on over, and we'll have round number 2 starting up momentarily. Again, we got Slackaholicus on the left, leading 1-0 at the moment over Pokedude97 on the right side. We'll get you a link into both of their chats. If I could spell, I'd be dangerous. There you go. Popping up there, that catguard.net link will get you into both Slack and Poke's channels, so go ahead and say what's up to them. Again, it'll have a whole hell of a lot less frame dropping than mine will, so give these guys some support and go say what's up to them. Again, I apologize for it, but something's up, so who knows. We'll get it figured out, though, like I said. Again, though, these guys are on a call. They'll do their own countdown, and they'll race through the womb, too, once again. So whoever takes that out will get a point added to the bottom of the screen, and we'll move on from there. So again, best of luck. Slack will look to win 2-0. Poke looking for a 1-1 tie and forcing a pivotal game 3. No, you don't get a damage up with it, actually. We actually tested that, Toolie. No damage increase on it, but yeah, we'll override. We actually tested that, believe it or not, so... Ooh, Sacred Heart Knife. Oh, touch the Sacred Knife. Oh, please touch it. That's so much damage. Alright, so it looks like Poke's back. And again, these guys will get started whenever they're ready, so no rush, and again, good luck to both of you guys. Excuse me. Yeah, we, who was it that tested that? I kind of forgot. Was it Vend or was it you, Freak? I think it was one of the two. Might have been Gambit, actually. Or Ataka. Crap, I can't remember now. It was somebody tested it, that's the point. Somebody in the league tested it. And again, if you wonder how we're actually doing any testing, we use Spider Mod quite a bit as far as testing purposes go. And I think that ought to link it up for you. Indeed it will. But yeah, we use Spider Mod to do a lot of our testing, and it's really, really easy to work with and use. A couple of interesting starts. Bloody Lust yet again, this time for free for Slackaholicus on the left-hand side. Poke's got himself the $3 bill, which is going to give him random shot effects on all of his tiers in each room. So again, as Slack kills off enemies, he's going to get a damage increase for the room that he's in. It'll reset as soon as he walks through that door. Alright, Death Card will deal a lot of damage to everything in the room, much like the Necronomicon does. Exact same effect. Alright, and we all know what to do. As soon as my frames come back. Wait for it. Famine, why you steal my frames? I mean, everybody say hi to Famine! Oh, wait for it. Crap, there go my frames again. It's thinking about it, Okay, now we're clear. Everybody say to Famine if you would. Anyway, Slack will wind up with a Cuban meat at the end of this. Yeah, Poke was thinking about the reset and actually did it. But again, that Cuban meat will float around Slack, doing damage to anything it touches. More importantly, blocking shots of anything coming in that happens to hit it. Wow, that flash brightness. Woo! I hate when that happens. Yeah, frames. Oh, I love it. No, we were joking, frames. We love you. No. Oh. Anytime now. Holy crap, these frames, man. My frames, man. Hey, like finally coming across the key. Poke using one to get into, well, not having to use one, I should say, to getting into his item room, getting Ghost Baby. So follower with base damage tiers, they also have spectral ability on them, so they'll be able to go through rocks, much like you'll see in this room. So again, not the greatest. Poke, why you flash us? You don't know Poke well. When he hears that, he's gonna kill me. Give the frames CPR, it'll work. Ooh, these extra awesome items here. Super Bandage on the right side for Poke adds quite a bit of health onto his build. You can see he's got a nice amount of it going on here. Better item, though, in my personal opinion, on Slack's side on the left. Mom's Contact gives him freeze effects on his tears now, so there's a good chance that enemies will turn gray and freeze in place for him. Notice those red tears. Those are good. Those are very good. Notice the freeze effect. One hit and the freeze effect and Axon blighted over him. Enough said. Oh god, speaking of good items, how about Polyphemus for Pokedude? Look at those tears. So it's going to slow down your fire rate quite considerably, but up your damage immensely to trade off. Again, we got a mismarked item. The Magic 8 Ball is not tears up, that is actually shot speed increase. And Slack will take the Lover's card, which will spawn 2 red hearts for him anytime he wants. And on down to the Caves 1. Do the frames need kisses from Spaz? Yes, they do, as we're losing them all now. Every one of my frames drops. Oh, God. What is up with this? Yeah, Poke's got some damage brewing, plus that health. Like, wow, to that health. I hate those troll flies, especially on the, like, when you have, like, no room to dodge them there. Pretty much nothing you can do. He could have taken a long time and used Ghost Baby to do it. But again, that's a lot of time. Oh, hiccup. Excuse me. Pardon me while I hold my breath for a second. Alright, both finding boss fights here. We got Caves 1, so 1 floor ahead on Slack's side, keep in mind. But again, that damage on Pokes will catch him up through these boss fights quite quickly. And with no key, Slack gonna go around looking for one, it looks like. Try to get into his item room first if he can. Alright. Book of Sins would have been 1 item use whenever, or 1 random item spawn. Wow, I can't talk. Monster Manuel will spawn 1 random follower for Poke when he uses that. And Duke of Flies will be the boss. So there's Monster Manuel spawning Brother Bobby for him. So again, base damage tiers in this room. But at least there's 2 base damage tiers and that gigantic Polyphemus tier. Don't forget that. Alright, so there's that Lover's card on Slack's side. Nothing good in that challenge room. Where's the key? Come on, show me a key. Show me potato salad. Eh, looks like Slack may be giving up on this idea. It's like slow-mo instant replay on my frame drops. And now... Notice I'm waiting till the frames drop to do that. And now he's gonna take the Book of Sin. Alright, so 1 extra bomb there for Poke. I was gonna say, he may actually utilize that right there on the item rock. Oh, really, game? A lock chest, really, game? Anyways, again, you see the freeze effect really comes into play for Slack as he's fighting regular Gertie, I almost called it Gertie Jr. Gertie Sr.? Kinda? You have seniors on the female side? Yeah, whatever. Moot point. Anyways, freezing it in place is making it so there are no quintuple shots, no extra enemy spawns, unless you get real unlucky on the spawn timer like that. And now for something completely different. Anyway, Squeezy will be a fire rate increase and 2 soul hearts for Slack. And again, moving on down to the Caves 2, keeping that basically 1 floor advantage on Poke right now. And on over finding his item room right off the bat. Yeah, Grandpa Gertie? Ugh. Well, that's scary. Ah, that's what Poke didn't set. I was gonna say, I thought something looked out of whack, so he was playing on high settings. That would explain a few things. That's moving a little quicker. Yeah, when you're broadcasting this, by the way, guys, A, never do it at 60 frames a second. Like, you can pull it off if you got a good enough computer, but it's still gonna give you a little bit of slowdown. B, don't do it at high graphical settings. I don't care what computer you have, it's still gonna fuck with it. So put it down a little bit lower. Nobody's gonna notice that big of a difference, quite honestly. But yeah, that's one of the tricks to playing this game. High priority it, and yeah, kind of go from there with the settings. Aw, Judgy with no money. Poke's probably crying like, but I want that. Does find his item room and boss fight right off the bat, though, so that'll catch him up to Slack pretty quickly, as Slack is still looking for a key to get into that item. Oh, speaking of. Alright, Liberty Cap on Poke's side gives him random, random mushroom effects every room he's in. Also picked up the virus, so Poison Touch will damage anything that he touches with a damage over time poison. Oh god, he got so close on that one. Again, Book of BOILeR for Poke, also giving him time and a half damage multiplier, so you saw those red tears just melt away the boss. Let's see, Dad's Key or Blood Rights? Dad's Key it is. Doesn't really shock me on Slack's side. That's a really useful item. Every 2 rooms you get to open up any door, as long as there's enemies active in the room that you're in. You can open up any door that would open after that combat was done. So like if he were to use it here, he could walk through either of those 2 doors that he wanted to. Same thing goes in boss fights. You could open up a God Room door or Devil Deal door as well during the boss fight. Or think about the things we've seen otherwise in the season. Use that on an XL floor in boss fight number 1, and you immediately skip it and go right to boss fight number 2. So lots of good uses for that. I know that damage Poke outputs with that Book of BOILeR. Whew. And that's only a time and a half damage multiplier, so that's not too much extra on what he's got. I reset his save file right before. That makes sense. Because, yeah, it'll default you back to those normal settings. That's totally what happened to him then. I didn't even think about that. We should have defaulted that when I gave out the save file to, like, all the lower settings. I didn't even think about doing that. Dang it. Oh, well. Didn't even consider it. That was stupid on my part. Oh, well, something to do next year. I could have totally avoided that problem for most of our racers. I've probably screwed a few of them into having to do that mid-race. That was my stupidity and lack of thinking. Wow, like I was saying, Slackaholicus and his Emperor cards, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Slack's got to teleport directly into his boss fight whenever he wants it. We'll save that for a little bit later, obviously. These are pretty easy floors by comparison to the ladder-on ones. Ladder-on ones? Later-on ones. Wow, I can't talk. That item room's a bit away. It looks like Poke's gonna skip it and go towards that boss fight. Again, Liberty Cap was what enacted for Poke right there to give him that compass effect. That is one of the random outputs of Liberty Cap. I have no idea why, but that's actually included with it. So not exactly a mushroom, but the compass enacted, and Poke got to choose. Looks like he chose boss fight for now. Oh, speaking of compasses, well, speaking of anything good on that note, how about the compass this time for Slackaholicus? And as he walks back out, you'll see he gets to tell exactly where his boss fight is now, even though he already knew that there was probably only one more room. Either way, when he gets down to the next floor, it'll be a lot quicker for him to decide which rooms he's going towards. Yeah, check Slack's save, goddammit. Oh yeah, you gotta do a lot of practicing to get into Season 3. Like, the way that we're looking right now, like, we've even been talking, trying to figure out how to do the entry tournament. And, it's gonna be kind of nutty. Like, you're gonna have to be good. And it's gonna be random which portion of it you get placed into. I think that's, the only thing that I can do. And at that point, like, we'll have a bunch of, like, kind of mini tournaments, for lack of a better term, I guess. Oh, Poke down. Ouch. As he took out one of the Globins, it slid into him. Ouch. That wasn't fair. So that's one of the downfalls to fighting Globins. If you get in too close, they will slide when they do drop down to the only the one part left of them there. So they slid directly into Poke. That stunk. So let's see. Slack gonna try. Looks like the top will lead Slack. Oh, actually, he's gonna have a room connecting to both item room and boss fight on this one. Looking at his mini map. So whenever he gets over to that boss fight, he'll have that item room connecting directly to it. Alright, Poke gonna snag that golden key in hopes of being able to use it against something here. That'll be infinite keys for the floor he's on. And Slack just, again, every 2 rooms going to be able to utilize Dad's Key to skip right on ahead, assuming that he's got something that he wants to get over to and knows that he's heading to it. He's going to be able to skip right on through doors and not worry too much. He could have done it again here, but I think he's close enough to clearing this out that he wants the half charge on his Dad's Key. Ooh, the odd mushroom, so fire rate cap out. It's a little bit of damage now, but your fire rate is maxed out now for Pokedude. Alright, a little bit of free money in the secret room for Slack. I'm actually kind of surprised he isn't just going to bomb onto that next room. So he'll save his 8 bombs. Looks like he wants to do his double bomb technique on Mom's Heart when he gets there. So again, if people are wondering, like, well, he could have saved a lot of time right there, like, yeah, he could have. But again, he's only got the, the 2 other rooms to clear. He wants to charge on his dad's key so he can check to see if there's a god room or devil deal in this boss fight. Did that gluttony really just reappear? Am I crazy? Did Slack kill that gluttony in the upper left and have it reappear on him? And maybe I'm nuts, but whatever. Anyways, like I was saying, Slack coming to this room. Again, Dad's key would not open up the item room for him. It would open up the way into the boss fight, but not into the item room. You would always have to use a key to get in there. It wouldn't automatically open after the battle ended. So the room at the top and the room at the right would open, but not the one at the bottom. Maybe I'm not crazy, that did just respawn? Okay, I'm not nuts, right? And it was there for like a second. It wasn't like it fully respawned, but it was there for a brief moment. Anyway, Slack on into the item room, 10 free bombs, so he's going to be very happy with that. He loves using bombs against the bosses. Speaking of which, on in, getting war, so he's going to wind up with another cube of meat, which means even more damage output for him. So that one cube of meat floating around him will turn into Meat Boy's head, fire out red damaging tears, and still block shots for him. Yeah, yay for glitches! Alright, Poke picking up the rusted key, 10% increased chance that he finds keys at the end of rooms out of locked chests or just randomly spawning in them. Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, you're crazy, but yeah, it also respawned. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. When more than one when more than one person says that, I know it to be true. People, jeez. That's the word you use there. Totally. Nice bomb placement by Slack. Like I was saying, he likes to use his bombs. Speaking of which, Poke would love to have another one right now, because he could one-hit kill Pin with that. Yeah, right, you are nuts, and it did respawn. Love it. Alright, so there's that second cube of meat. Meat Boy's head, like I said, floating around Slack. And, ooh, decision on this one. Do you go for the item as well, or just the boss fight? Actually, that may not be terrible. I think the item room's going to be left. But we'll see. This may actually break off to the left at the top here, and that may work out well for Slack. I'm thinking this may be the way to actually to both item room and boss fight now that... we'll see. We'll see in the next room what happens here. My opinion, everybody's crazy. It's a matter of if we want to admit it or not. That's just me, though. I'm only slightly cynical, but you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of true. We're all crazy. It's a matter of to what extent and if we're willing to accept it. Alright, so like I said, Slack on over to his item room. We'll see what that card is also as well in a moment. And I guarantee he'll hold on to that Emperor card, but maybe it's something useful like a Hierophant and a little bit of health up. Or a death card that would pretty well instantly kill a lot of stuff in whatever room he uses that in, so he'll be back for the Emperor. Crack the Sky, definitely not as good as Stats Key. Wow. How about Quad Shot for Poke now? Uh-oh. With that speed, well, when he gets, when he gets running there and doesn't actually hit anything, that speed's pretty immense, and look at that firing. Oh yeah. So Quad Shot, lots of damage. Poke down kind of low on health and moving really, really fast already, though. And like I said, back for that Emperor card after he used up the Death card is Slack. And he'll be moving on over to the right, hoping that that continues to his boss room. I think it will. Yes, indeed. Ooh, and another empty room. Wow, that's a hell of an interesting one. Alright, so that will continue over this room and one more for Slack. And he's just going to pop right out of this mask room. Cannot blame him. Oh god, another mask room. Again, why Dad's Key comes in so handy. Think about the amount of damage that Slack did not have to take in the room he was just in. And speaking of boss fights, Poke finding his as well. Slack moving on in, gonna get Blue Mom's Foot this time. So the toughest of all of them, in my opinion. This spawns nothing but expansion level enemies, like those mini greed heads, Budlicker's splitting spiders, like the double form of the one you see on the right. And if you heard that popping, that was my elbow, I apologize. Alright, time and a half damage multiplier again for Poke. God, look at that damage. Oh, so nice. Again, the weird thing with picking up Quad Shot along with Poly is that it's going to wind up splitting your damage. really strange. You would think like, oh, sweet, I got 4 like, well, that didn't work. It's really strange how those interact. So I figure I'll point that out for anybody that's thinking like, oh, sweet, what happened? One thing I always forget to mention with quad shot, people always ask about that. Alright, a little bit of range up for Slack. Does a real good job taking out Mom's foot. Gonna take the Polaroid with him. Again, down to half a red heart. That would spawn a 5-second damage shield for you. You get hit anything below half a red heart, like the Blue Baby, for example, with nothing but red hearts. Same thing. Alright, that loading screen error. Will we get an XL floor for the first time tonight? Well, in the womb, that is. Hell, yeah, we've had one tonight now that I think about it. Alright, Poke getting the scapular, same theory. If you get down to half a red heart, once per room, that'll spawn 1 full blue soul heart for you. Well, kick back and relax. This loading screen doesn't want to move. How's the weather? How's everyone doing? How's your uncle? Ah, there we go. Slack finally popping on through, and again, you see there's no item rooms, no stores down here in the womb, so he's just going to head over to that boss fight area. Ooh, though, finding himself a dead-end room. At least he got out of it quickly. They were having nothing in it. Ooh, how about a judgy please for Slack? Again, if you got to attack this chat on, you'll see that. Well, let's see what he can get here. He's got plenty of money for it. Leaving a little bit of health behind should he need it. And again, this will be the last floor Slack has to worry about. There really won't be a womb 2. He's going to Emperor card directly to his boss fight. On that note, a little bit of health up, so thank you, Judgy. And Slack will keep moving on along. Just a couple more rooms to clear here. Alright, and as the frames drop, Slack's got just this one more room to clear. And he'll be on to his Womb 1 boss fight, which in this case is going to be Death. Ugh, not one of my favorites, especially when you accidentally freeze those on screen. When you freeze the sights on screen, that's not a fun time. Freezing Death, on the other hand, would help out considerably. There we go. Alright, so Slack working on down about 50% of the way through here. Poke just flying through his floors. That speed is insane. Like, literally, that is an insane amount of speed up that he's got. I would be doing so bad with that, honestly. Alright, nice freeze for Slack right there. Again, Mom's Contact's always a help in this fight. Ooh, that worked. I was going to say that timed out beautifully with the Knights getting killed off by the horse as the horse died, but lo and behold, Death being a douche. Spawning 2 more for Slack that he has to worry about now. He'll take these out quickly, and again, that's that 3rd cube of meat now. He'll get rid of the orbital he has with plenty of health. On into his mom's heart fight as he's going to teleport with that Emperor card. So 3-piece Meat Boy's going to play soccer a little bit. Hopefully Slack will place the bombs in good enough position that they won't be there. And he knows how to clear them out of the way of Meat Boy. Very nicely done. That double bomb still working beautifully. And again, you see why he took 3-piece Meat Boy. With those freeze effects, Meat Boy just sits right in the middle and chomps on Mom's heart the entire fight. Alright, placing those double bombs once again, ripping right on through, under 50% of the way left to go. Again, Poke finishing off his boss fight. Probably going to be too little too late, though. 5 bombs still left for Slack as he gets to the last little bit. Wow, and now the items, my god. Money equals power and the nail once again for Poke, but again, too little too late. Slack has got himself another 2-0 victory. Mr. Undefeated once again staying 9-0 on the year and moving himself a little further ahead of everybody else in his division. So very nicely done once again, Mr. Slackaholicus. Nice job, sir. And again, well done by Pokedude. He was down in Depths 1, but, jeez, nothing you're going to be able to do when Slack keeps getting those Emperor cards, man. It's going to be over at that point, sadly. Like, he's just got that advantage. I don't know what it is, but I swear his save file is just like, oh, you want an Emperor card? Here.